How are you oppressed?
I think the best and most clear example that I can give is how women's physiology is integrated, I guess, or interacted with in American society, for example. I believe, and okay, let me. Women's physiology is not studied as much as men. So like men are used more in case studies than women. So with like a lot of medications, for example, and like just basically the understanding that we have of the human body is more. It has more of a foundation of the studying of men.
I don't think people view you as stupid or dumb simply because of the fact that you're a woman. Based on the few seconds that you've spoken so far and how long it took you to come up with the answer you came up with, I think people are coming to that conclusion because it might be a you problem. There's a saying that goes, the lights are on, but nobody's home.
You guys aren't allowed to film in here.
Oh, she's not filming. She identifies the camera. So, nothing to do with me.
You identify as a camera?
Asquerosito. No miras, no miras. Yeah, no miras, asqueroso. Niño, asqueroso.
Agreeing with the business case of the airlines in terms of obesity.
That's greed, and that's just greed.
Okay.
Well, you think you're a perfect
Yeah.
example of greed, Sweet Pea, because you weigh 25 stone.
Here is transgenderism is a mental health disorder. We don't let you smoke a cigarette by the age of 18. We don't let you have an addictive drink of alcohol by the age of 21. And I just challenge Ron DeSantis to go one step further and support what I think is clearly within the authority to do, using federal funds just like Reagan did in '84 for the Highway Act that said the minimum drinking age needs to be 21. We can do the same thing when it comes to banning genital mutilation or chemical castration.
Okay.
I know Ron's been unclear about that on the federal
Haley.
level. I'm crystal clear. That's where I stand.
Got
And
it.
that's a mental health disorder. That's where
it.
we need to be at.
Go ahead.
What Vivek was saying was absolutely true. It's a sad world we've come to where we're saying that children should be allowed to engage in certain acts as the acts that he just spoke about. But when it comes to things like driving, drinking, and doing all sorts of other things, we say that the legal age should be much higher. That just goes to show you that there's something very nefarious going on in today's society and no one wants to speak about it. Before we get back into the video, I need all of you to turn on your post notifications so that you get notified when one of my videos come out. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video if you enjoyed the video, comment down below. I'll try and reply to as many comments as possible, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at YinkaThatGuy. Let's get back into the video.
Should trans women be included in feminist conversations? How about in women's spaces?
Yes, they're women. What's the question?
Pearl,
Trans women are women.
So I want to come at this from the position of an athlete.
Oh, Jesus.
So I play semi-pro basketball, semi-pro volleyball. So when it comes to like athletic spaces, I don't think that trans women should be allowed into athletic spaces because I don't think it's a fair. I think as female athletes, we work so incredibly hard for the little opportunity there is in women's sports.
Would this be a barrier for you?
There's no barrier. There's less opportunity in some industries.
That's what a barrier is.
There's less. It's not. No. It's
That's
based
what
on the
friction
market.
means.
Okay.
Hold on, guys.
Okay, so again, we work very hard for the little opportunity that we're given, and the problem is like we can't compete. We can't. Like I'm 6 foot. If I go up against a 6 foot guy and I play basketball with him, he's gonna body me.
And what happens if I go up against you?
Even if I have years more of training. And so it's like you're taking away the little opportunity that we're given and we all work so hard for. It will be the end of women's sports.
Have you tried confidence?
Eli, hold on, Minnie.
Sorry,
Eli.
confidence can't make me bench what a guy benches.
I don't
Confidence can't
understand
make
why
me
you guys
6'7".
are so hostile. She's sharing her
And confidence
experience
can't make
in
me
a
6'7".
specific
No, she's
field.
sharing
And
I'd have to go.
No, she's not. She's a woman who's had an experience.
Hold on, one at a time.
You guys
We
are
let
so
Pearl
obsessed
finish.
with your own experiences and your own existence, and yet when a woman is sitting here telling you, I feel as though this is unfair and this is compromising and this situation is not helping women, you guys are like, meh, meh, meh. But when you're like, I'm a black person that did with this, and this, then it's valid and fair and viable.
This is the delusional world that we're living in, that she came up with that answer and someone came up with the response, try confidence. If you're competing against a man, no amount of confidence is going to allow you to win competing against a man. This is the stupidity that we are dealing with.
I'm Allie, better known for Al Weezy, and I'm your certified bad bitch.
The
certified baddie.
Say your occupation one more time for us.
Just so they can.
My occupation is a certified bad.
What does that mean? Can you explain that?
It's just a lifestyle. Like, it's, I mean, if you get it, you get it. The rules are there. I mean, I feel like every woman can be a certified baddie. It's just the mindset, and it's a full-time job.
Scale of 1 to 10. So let's do that.
A fat son.
A fat.
I said what I said, and I meant what I said.
Things like this certainly have to be a joke at this point. You've got to be kidding me if someone like this believes they are a certified baddie. I'm sure this person looks in the mirror every day and doesn't believe what he is saying. And yes, I said he.
You want a woman that has no kids, correct? Why?
Why not?
What's wrong with women with kids?
What's wrong with little Jimmy with freckles and the glasses?
He's not my type.
Not my type.
Why is that such a hard thing to understand, that most single men don't want a woman who has a kid? I would even go to say that most women who are single don't want a man who has a kid. Why is it so complicated for a lot of modern women in today's society to understand simple facts about men? It's absolutely absurd. The more and more I watch videos like this, the more and more I feel sorry for society.
Are you oppressed as a woman?
Yes.
How so?
Yes, okay. Being viewed differently and being viewed as dumb or less intelligent simply because I'm a woman or a young woman.
How do you know that you're being viewed in that way because you're a woman?
Yeah, versus you just say dumb stuff. Like maybe that's why people view it that way instead of it being because you're a woman. So he's asking, what's the distinction between maybe you're saying dumb stuff versus they see it this way because I'm a woman?
Because I know if men were saying the same stuff that I'm saying, they would be respected. And like in this conversation,
Look, I'm going to be honest. If a man was saying the same stuff, I wouldn't respect him more for saying it because he was a man, and I would actually go a lot harder against what he was saying.
Judge them for wanting older men is because men are more like an asset appreciating in time. Women are more like a liability that depreciates rapidly with time, and subconsciously you're all bothered by the fact that, you know, as you age, your value is declining, so you have to create a psychological superstructure that makes guys feel guilty about wanting younger women. Because we can sit back and pursue younger women infinitely, and so you have to make them feel guilty so that they behave and they consider you like when you end up like her. So when you end up 30 years old like her with 2 divorces, you still want to be accessible and appealing to guys like me, when in reality I travel around the world and chicks will holler at me who are 18, 19, 20, 21, and I could probably do this for another 10 years. And so you realize that here's the biological reality. Once you get past that 30, you start creeping into something called menopause. And menopause is a cold motherfucking thing.
30.
No, menopause is like 45.
No, it's not.
No, after 30 you start creeping into it though. Like
yes,
your fertility goes down.
Menopause. Yes.
Menopause.
And
menopause is like when your period stops.
No, girl. It's more
It's
than
when your
that.
hormones and everything start changing.
Yeah.
Changing.
Hot flash.
I think after 30, my hormones just went up like fucking crazy. So
okay, can
But
I give an
here's the
example?
problem with menopause, right? So you're actually becoming a different person that's less desirable to the guy that you're with, which is why you all should try to be monogamous and faithful to a guy who really loves you and is going to hold on to you. Because when menopause shows up, all of a sudden you're in the room, you're like, damn, it's really hot in here. Everybody else in the room like, what the fuck? It's cold as shit.
And it
Menopause.
smells.
It's unexplainable. You're becoming an unpleasant person to be around. He starts trying to max you out. He's like, damn, it's kind of dry in here. It's like sandpaper in this motherfucker. Menopause, vaginal dryness. He's like, you know what? I think I want to have another kid. You're like, I can't do that. Menopause. So you're having all of these things that are causing you to rapidly decline. And not only that, your mind and personality can be changing because your hormonal balance is changing. So the way you behave and relate to him is also changing. So you're rapidly declining in value, all the values that the guy seeks. And for that very reason, you should try your best to lock in a guy. Marriage is primarily for the female. And the reason you're subconsciously angry that guys want younger women is because you know you won't be young forever. And you want to have a hot girl summer, not realizing that shit is really limited. You better lock in a guy before you turn 24, because after that, low key, people ain't checking for you. It's a wrap.
Gotcha. Gotcha.